Welcome to Fake It Till You Make It and Then What? This is a conversation about being a mom, a wife, an author, and my journey through life. Hello. It is New Year's Eve. Hope you're doing well. Hope you survived the holiday. Hope you're resting if you have some time off. I used to work in retail, and I know it is a continuous cycle. You get the holiday, and then you're back at it, and it's returns. So I hope that if you are in retail or in a position where you're still working, I pray that you got some rest, that you get some rest. If you are in school, you might be in concert season. You might be practicing your instrument. You might be in winter guard season, practicing new choreography and thinking about new props. If you're an athlete, it's a whole new season of sports. What is like basketball? I don't know. Track. Yeah. How's it going? Are you a person who likes to start the new year off with resolutions, with a diet? Are you planning and preparing for your future self? I hope so. You got to take care of your future self. So some of my goals include writing. I have several books that are started, and so I'm going to continue writing my children's books. I'm going to get together some more exciting content for the podcast. I hope that you're listening. I hope that you enjoy it, because if you enjoy it, I'm going to keep doing it. I might keep doing it for myself because I enjoy it. But in this next year, there's going to be more conversation, more information. I'm going back to school in January, so I will come back smarter. I may come back having some quotes, saying some really sharp things. No, but I am excited about that. I enjoy learning. I've always enjoyed learning. So yeah, I'll share more about that journey as I get into it. Let me think. So yeah, we've gotten through the holidays and we are at the last day of the year. What is something that you do? Do you celebrate? Do you work? For the last 22 years, as long as I've been a member of my church, we have a big watch night service, which is a celebration on New Year's Eve. And we kick off the New Year's with prayer, sometimes communion, so that we can be ready and covered for the next year. When I was younger, I had never heard of attending church on New Year's Eve. We had always, been at home watching the ball drop. We weren't big, party people. We didn't throw parties or go to New Year's parties, but we would just celebrate at home. We would have sparkling grape juice and enjoy good music, because I do come from a little bit of a musical family. My father was a DJ. He was a member of A Phi fraternity. He was military. And when he went to school, he majored in broadcast journalism. So music was always something that was very big with us, popular music. And so we would watch, Dick Clark's New Year's Eve and see the, popular artists on TV. That was kind of it. And so now I'm typically working. We have a service, and that's how we ring in the new year. So what about you? Does your church have a service? Do you get together with family? Do you cook? Oh, that's something I do now too. Growing up, my parents cooked, and I'm going to be honest, I was not into soul food growing up. It was always prepared. My mom is from Alabama. My dad was from Houston. They both cooked really well. But I was not a fan of soul food growing up. I remember at one point that changed, and my brother and I were just all about pork chops. greens, and hot water cornbread. Those things were super good. And now I really enjoy cooking. I will make greens. I can make some really good greens. I do regular cornbread. I haven't done the hot water cornbread yet. Pork. I don't do a lot of pork. I'll do turkey legs, black eyed peas, rice. Yeah. So what are some things you like to cook on New Year's? Is your food similar to Christmas? Do you eat healthy food? Are you doing salads? Are you doing pho? Like, what do you like to eat going into the new year? So, yeah, some of my goals for the new year include writing. I'm going to continue writing books, building this podcast. We might be looking for a new place and moving in the summer. Not sure if it'll be a house or another apartment because, these expenses are high. Where I live, it's not cheap, but I love it and they have good schools. So we're going to make it work. But yeah, so what are some plans that you have for the new year? What are you eating? How are you dressing? Are you thinking about changing up your look? I remember when I went from being a stay-at-home, work-at-home mom, and I was doing a lot of dance choreography and just sewing. So most of my clothes were like workout clothes, very comfortable. And then whenever I got a job, it was in an office. I decided to kind of reinvent myself. And I really enjoyed that. It was me. Like I wasn't putting on, an image of me. It really was me. But it was fun going shopping. And I hope that you are ready with your own plans for your future self, for your year, plans for your goals, plan for how you're going to show up mentally, spiritually, in your fashion, your wardrobe. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. I want to encourage you. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a blessed year. If you're recovering, I wish you well. I hope that nothing but good health and healing comes to your body, comes to your mind. If you've had a loss in your family, I'm praying for that grief, for that heaviness, for that weight. I pray that you get through it. I pray that you get past it. And if you've got some exciting things coming up, I pray a blessing over all of your endeavors. I pray that you are in God's will. I pray that you are moving closer to all of those things that you have planned. All right, now it is time for part 2 of our conversation where you are going to get to meet Luna. You're going to get to hear about Mike and I talk about the foods that we like. I hope this chat brightens your afternoon, brings you a little joy. I hope you have a great celebration. Be safe, and I will speak with you again in 2025. Take a listen. Kat was grooming herself and choking.
Just to get on just to be on the podcast.
Needed some airtime.
Right.
We're cutting it out just
right.
so you know.
Grumpy cat face.
Why are you in my face? Look at
Oh wow. I came closer.
I like those ducks.
Oh yeah.
That was Luna, everybody.
Yeah, that was Luna. I ended up working in fast food too, though.
Oh,
Chicken Express.
My brother's
hated it.
I think his first job was steak and taters at the mall. Yeah.
Suburbs and country are really two different places. He
would come home and he would smell like the food, that you cook the food in. And I just remember thinking, I don't want to come home smelling like food.
Like to the point of where when they changed oils, it was like, oh, you smell different now. Like, I was like, oh God, that's gross.
So imagine what it's doing to your insides.
Right.
Yeah. So I did Kroger, then I did Target, and then we moved. And then I worked for Montgomery Wards.
Which is no longer in existence.
Not even, yeah.
Nobody would know what that is today.
They'd be like, who?
Who? Yeah.
And then they try to revamp, instead of calling it Montgomery Wards, it was just Wards. And then I worked at a salon as an administrative assistant. Did that for about a year.
Future skills.
I liked that. Yeah. I always wanted to do kind of admin type work. And so that's kind of what I did. I worked at guest service at Target, and then I went to Montgomery Wards as a cashier again. But then I went to the nail salon, and I set appointments and showed people to their guest. And then I worked at Saturn of Bowie. For some reason, I got it in my head that I needed to work 2 jobs, that I needed to work hard. I think I was like, maybe not punishing myself, but maybe at the same time I was, because I had my daughter. I just felt responsible. I didn't want to be a burden. And so I just got it in my head, well, I'm just going to work really hard. And so I had 2 jobs. So I worked at Montgomery Wards and Saturn of Bowie. Then it was Saturn of Bowie and the nail salon. And then we moved back to Texas, and I got a job with the Container Store. And no, Target first, then the Container Store. And then I did both for a while, part-time. And then I was like, you know what? Why am I working 2 jobs? I can just work 1 job and get benefits. And then I went full-time with the Container Store. Worked with them for 3 years. Really good company. And then I was like, I don't want to do this. I want to be an artist. I'm going to finish school. And one day I just grabbed all my stuff and I left a note. I'm not coming back.
I'm going to pursue my dreams, guys.
I was still home with my parents. So I was like, now's the time. If I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
If I'm going to do it, this is it. And so I came home and I was like, yeah, I quit. And my brother was like, oh my gosh, you quit? I was like, yeah. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I don't want to. I thought I wanted an office job, but I didn't. And I was just kind of bored with it. And I was like, this isn't what I want to do. It's just a job. And so I went back to school and I was working on art and graphic design. And then, I have always enjoyed school and learning, and taking art classes and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
I don't know how we got from summer to here, but
Summer jobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like none of my jobs were just for the summer. They ended up going full year round.
Oh. Yeah, I was in marching band, so it wasn't easy to juggle a schedule and have a band career. Anyone who is in a
literally career
competitive marching band knows that it is your job, it is your life.
I know that now. Like, I mean, I come from the sports world and I thought that was bad, but like y'all are on a different playing field. It's just different.
Yep.
So.
All right. Well, that is our conversation about summer. And now we will move on to our segment, What's Your Favorite? So lately, I've been hearing the ice cream truck coming around the corner, and I get excited because the ice cream truck, like, there's this kind of, when you hear the music, it's like, oh, I got to grab my coins. I got to get my money so I can get some ice cream. And then I got to run down and catch the truck. And so when I heard the music recently, when I heard the ice cream truck music recently, I get that like, oh my gosh, it's the ice cream truck. Right. And then I look down and I see this dude driving in the truck and he's just like not friendly looking. And then when I see it, then I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't need no ice cream anyway. But all that to say, what is your favorite frozen treat. It could be a popsicle. It could be ice cream. It could be those little cones that come prepackaged. What is your favorite frozen treat for summer? Push pops.
Man. As
Bomb
a kid,
pops, rocket pops.
everything that you could eat as a kid that you won't eat as an adult.
The chocolate dipped. So there's the vanilla ice cream dipped in chocolate, and then
Right.
there's the fudge bars, and then there's the creamsicles.
All of those are great. Like, I'm kind of wanting the ice cream truck to roll around right now. I don't know why she started this. It's 10:30 at night.
Ice cream sandwiches. So
Those are
there's
so good.
we found a brand that's actually low fat and it tastes really good.
Lactose friendly.
Yes, skinny
That's-
cow.
Right. That's been the challenge.
No, you just
For
have
me.
to know. You
Yeah.
just have to know where to shop. You can't get the cheapest thing.
No,
it's
no,
gonna cost
no,
you.
No. Steer clear of that dairy-free cheese too.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's yeah.
And oat milk ice cream. I tried that today because I'm like, dairy's making me all bloated, so I'm gonna try and it's not worth it. I'm just gonna not
She
eat ice
texted me.
cream.
She said, "It smells like. I mean, it tastes like air." I was
It tastes
"Oh,
like
that's
I'm
great."
eating cold air. Like no flavor. It's not sweet. It's not bad, but it's also not good. So
So it's bad.
yeah.
Man, so my favorite of all time, I love strawberry shakes.
Milkshake?
Yep. You didn't even know that about me.
I knew that you like strawberry shake, but I don't ever see you get
I don't
a
ever
shake.
get them. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They, yeah.
Yeah. My dad, I can remember, I think I was 13, and there's a watch shop in Old Town, Louisville,
Which you took me
Texas.
by, yeah.
And they had a soda fountain bar. And he was so excited. He was like, we got to go. And I was like, okay. And we went in, and it's this jewelry shop where he had to get a watch fixed. Like most of us don't even do that. Like if our watch
We
breaks,
just throw it away and
we buy a new one. Yeah. So some of those kind of old careers, like people fixing things, we don't see those as much because we don't get things fixed. We just replace them.
Wow.
Anyways, he took his watch to this shop to get fixed and got myself and himself a malt. And that was my first time having a malt.
Which
and I
is
was like,
different than a shake.
it is. It has the little malt powder. And they had an old fashioned fountain and they made us a shake. And he was so excited about this. Like, and my dad he was real cool, real, he's military, very serious, very militant. And he was so excited about this ice cream. And so then I was excited. So even when I think about malts today, it makes me smile because I remember how excited he was to have that malt. And it tastes good. I really like it. I don't remember I think it was a chocolate malt, maybe.
My second favorite is a chocolate shake.
Strawberry shake, then chocolate shake.
Hold on.
Over an ice cream bar?
But a chocolate shake, and you take French fries.
Oh,
and you
come
Oh,
on.
no. It's the most amazing thing. It's the worst thing, but
It's just so. When I was in high
you
school,
have to get the right fries.
everybody would take their Wendy's thick cut fries and dip them in the
the
Frosty.
Wendy's thick cut fries.
Wendy's fries, and they would dip them in the Frosty, and they would say, "Oh my gosh, you should eat your French fries with a Frosty." And I did it.
That is what I was doing.
It was just like whatever. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing."
I don't know.
But everybody was doing it.
hit
Everybody
the
was like,
spot.
"Yeah, French fries and Frosty."
It hit the spot back in the day.
Okay, so I've got one more. What's your favorite? Maybe what's your favorite unusual food combination? I'll start with mine. Oh, I didn't give my favorite treat. I'm not sure because I like so many, but
Yeah, you're the sweet tooth.
maybe like those Skinny Cow ice cream sandwiches are pretty amazing. The ice pops where you buy the whole bag for like $2 and then you freeze them. Those are pretty good. But I really used to like the chocolate and banana I think they're bomb. They're called bomb
banana
pops.
bombs. Bomb pops.
Just bomb pop. Those are pretty good.
There was something
Between those and the chocolate dipped vanilla ice cream, like I like eating the chocolate when you bite into it and it has that little crunch.
Yeah.
I like that.
There was something we had one time where it was like rolled, like they scooped it off of a tray, like they rolled it out and scooped it off of a tray and like made like a flour or something with it. Mm-hmm. Do you remember where that was?
It was one of the little shops.
It was really good.
The gelato place where they made a rose.
That's
it that
it.
one? Yeah.
So not ice cream, but yeah, that was good.
It was the gelato, yeah, because they smeared it all out on the frozen plate and then carved it.
Yeah.
And put each petal in, and then you eat it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember when they
That's because we watched Chef's Table.
Yes.
And they were making gelato, and I was like, we have to try gelato. I've never had gelato, and we went and had the gelato, and it was you have to get the right flavor.
Yeah.
It was okay. And, it's an American version of this Italian treat that was made by natural ingredients.
The Italian one is probably way better.
Yeah. Because they raised all of their ingredients, the milk and...
It was not the same way for when we watched the ramen? The Great British Baking Show. And you were like, oh, these macaroons... They're so...
They look amazing.
Yeah, and then we went and tried them, and we were like...
It's all almond. It's like
this?
Almond on top of almond.
And then I went to London, and then I was like, oh, that's what you guys do over here.
What is it that they do?
Bland food. Oh. It's literally their thing.
No offense to anyone.
No offense to anybody.
English food.
Right. If you think you have some amazing English food, let us know. I'd be down to
I haven't gone to England yet, so I don't know what it tastes like. I drove through Addison recently, and I saw they have a London pub. So I don't know if it's authentic or an American version of London food, but I could get something.
Better hope it's an American version.
But do you like beans and toast and?
Yeah, my first meal was at Heathrow in the airport, and I was like, well, here we are, and it was breakfast time, which is my favorite meal of the day.
Was it a nice restaurant in Heathrow?
Yeah,
because sometimes
it was nice, and I was like, I'll do the beans and toast and hash, and
which is potatoes, right? Like hash brown potatoes, or like corned beef.
It's corned beef
hash.
Yes, I was not. It looks like a hash brown. It was not a hash brown.
Oh.
And even the egg, I was like, what did you cook?
Was it a chicken egg? Maybe it wasn't a chicken.
Did you use butter? Or what did you use? Have you ever cooked an egg with olive oil and it tastes completely different than butter?
The olive oil changes the flavor of it.
I think that's what they did.
Olive oil tastes good if you're intentionally cooking healthy, and if you want to cook it with spinach, it has a light, but it's got a different flavor to it.
Yeah. And then on top of all that, they brought me tomato, just a side of tomato, because that's a thing that I guess that
cut in half or a slice.
Just a slice.
One slice.
And I was like, it was like the insult to injury.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Right.
Because when you sent the picture, I was like, oh, okay.
It looks amazing.
No, it didn't quite.
I thought it looked good.
Why would you have a piece of tomato?
I don't know about the tomato, but the rest of the food, I thought it looked good. Oh, and then the beans. We're used to baked beans, the sweet baked beans.
It looks like baked beans.
It looks like sweet baked beans. I was like, salt, sugar, somebody bring me something right now.
Did it have a bean flavor?
It just...
Because I know chili bean. I like beans now.
It was so forgettable, I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you right now. Now, not all my meals were like that. But that one was. And one of the things that I noticed that they do over there also, we do onions, like white onions or purple onions.
White, purple, or yellow.
Yeah, they do pickled onions.
Oh.
Changes everything.
It's a different flavor.
There's more obviously like vinegary kind of thing to it.
I use a lot of pickled techniques whenever I cook from HelloFresh.
Yeah.
And the way HelloFresh does it is pretty good.
HelloFresh is pretty good.
Yeah.
They're not a sponsor of the show yet, but they are. I'll give it to them. They do really, really good.
I like HelloFresh because I don't have to run around buying ingredients for a bunch of different meals.
Yeah.
I just pay for however many meals I want, however often I want. And they send me a box with everything I need to make the meal and directions. And so then I get experience working with different foods, learning how to prepare them and learning if I like them.
Yeah.
And then I can modify it and cook it on my own later. So I like that it's like buying a cookbook, but you're getting the food too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like you're trying these new recipes, and you can change it up based on what you like. If you want to eat healthier and have vegetarian or vegan, or if you want, more comfort food or more spicy food.
Yeah.
It's a really diverse menu too. I
It
really like
is.
it.
They've had some stuff where I'm like, ooh.
Mm-hmm. And even there was one, it was like beef and peppers. It was like a pepper steak.
Yeah.
With green peppers.
Yeah.
It was really simple. Oh, it was a tomato sauce instead of like, onions and cheese, like a chili, like a cheesesteak. It was not a cheesesteak. It was pepper steak, but it had a tomato sauce and then a little mozzarella. That was it. Very simple ingredients, and it was so like savory. And then too, you make just enough so you're not overeating.
Man, all this talk about food.
Now I want to go make some food.
I know, right? I'm a foodie. I love food. What was your second?
What's your favorite popsicle? And then what's your favorite? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Unusual food combination.
My unusual food combination is hot dogs dipped in applesauce.
I didn't know that about you.
So like Oscar Mayer wieners, my mom used to serve me.
I did not know that about you.
Oscar Mayer wieners with no bun, because when I was little, I didn't like eating the bun.
It's
so
just filler.
Just the Oscar Mayer wiener, specifically the wiener, because you can't take a turkey dog or a beef hot dog. It doesn't have the same flavor. Right. Oscar Mayer wiener, and you either cut it and then take your fork and then dip it in the applesauce. And the applesauce should be cold, like refrigerator cold. And the hot dog should be warm. And so you get like the temperature change.
I see that and I get it.
And then the sweet and salty.
It's like having hot food and your cold ketchup. It works out, yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I ate that when I was little, and all the way up until every once in a while I'll do it now. And it's just like... But yeah, hot dogs and applesauce.
I feel like I had a few unusual.
I don't think I had, because I'm not a big food mixer. I like to eat my food one at a time, but that's one thing that I'll mix.
I'll mix all my foods up just to get interesting combinations of flavor. Like my favorite meal is loaded grits. So I make the grits and I make she loves it. She's shaking her head, but I make the grits and then I make the eggs. I put a little butter in the grits.
Well,
don't you ever put sugar in your grits?
Oh,
don't you ever put sugar in your grits?
I do it with cream of wheat.
That's different. That's not grits.
No, but what I'm saying is, I'll do the cream of wheat, and then I'll add the eggs on top, and then I'll take the toast and dip it. Yeah.
Ew.
It's good. Something about toast dipped in.
Because cream of wheat's kind of like oatmeal, right?
No, cream of wheat is smooth.
I haven't.
Oatmeal is oats. Grits and cream of wheat are similar. The only difference is one is wheat and one is corn. And you can cook cream of wheat more savory, more salty, but to me, it just tastes bittersweet.
Huh. Okay. So I would mix, like, ketchup was it's my thing. And I would put certain things with ketchup. So I would eat like Lay's, or no, the Ruffles potato chips, the plain ones. I would eat them with ketchup.
Oh, gross.
And
I'm done.
And I would eat. Do you remember?
I don't like ketchup like that. Like, I didn't like ketchup until I got probably in my maybe 30s.
It's just salt and sugar, basically.
Colored red.
So the Ruffles, I would eat those with ketchup. I'd still do to this day, but I won't. It's horrible for you.
I would do chips and dip. Like, we would either get French onion or green onion, and you dip the
I didn't
Ruffles.
like French onion.
But it had to be the Ruffles, because the Lay's will fall apart. The Ruffles hold the dip.
Sour cream and onion chips, I'd eat those with ketchup.
No.
Yes. At school, you know those pizzas? You remember the pizza, the
square block
pizza, or the rectangle?
Chop,
yeah.
chop, chop, chop.
Yeah, I would eat those with ketchup. I would eat.
Why?
I don't know. I just would.
Though?
I would eat like bean burritos with ketchup. Those hard ones from school, or like what's it? There's a place, gas stations around here. They were called Allsups.
You should not eat food from gas stations.
No, you absolutely should not, because every time I'd be out on a gig and I would do that, it would tear my stomach up.
There's a reason you should not eat food from a gas station.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. I don't know why.
Because you eat things that are called edible rather than go and fix something healthy.
Yeah, no, I do.
You're just like, oh, that looks like I can eat it. Can I have that? Can I have two?
Right. Yeah. And if it tastes good, then that's even worse. But yeah, that's my unusual food combination.
Ketchup on everything.
Ketchup on everything. I never used to do it with eggs. My mom did it with eggs.
My dad would do salsa.
Yeah. Oh, I love salsa. Like, I love salsa on eggs.
Yeah.
Recently, like the Chick-fil-A burrito. I think that's my iPad beeping. Recently, the Chick-fil-A burrito, because it's got chicken in it, I'll eat it with ketchup sometimes. And it tastes amazing.
I'll eat ketchup on French fries. I'll eat ketchup on hot dogs. Outside of that, I mean, I'll eat it on burgers.
Well, those are normal things, yeah.
Yeah.
My stuff was not normal. And I knew it.
Potato chips, I just don't understand. Ugh.
It's like eating it with French fries. It's just a different form of potato.
No. Flat and crispy.
Yeah.
But potato chips and French fries taste very different.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
That's our time. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening in. Remember, you can follow me on social media, Ty Ayers Allen. If you have a question, if you just want me to read your letter, give you some encouragement, share a story with our listeners, laugh, email me, tyayersallen@gmail.com. Can't wait to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you well.